All right, so we're trying out an analog chain today, starting off with the Millennia HV3 preamp, going into some old Symmetrix gear. It's two of those little half-rack units, the SX series they were called. First one is a 3-band parametric EQ, using the low band to get rid of plosives and rumble. The mid band I'm using to try and deal with that 300 hertz problem that I get in this room here. Eventually I will have to address that properly instead of trying to EQ it out. The top band is an air band. This EQ does go up to 26 kilohertz, so I've cranked that up all the way, fairly narrow, and I'm boosting the hell out of it, just adding a lot of the really top frequencies. So from the EQ goes into the other Symmetrix unit, which is a dynamics processor. 4 modes that you can choose from, but you do have to choose one. You get compressor or gate or expander or ducker. I have chosen expander, and if you listen, I think it's doing a really good job in between the lines, just clearing out all that noise. Comes in, there's no look ahead, obviously, so comes in a bit abruptly, maybe compared to some of the digital stuff. Still has some smoothness to it, though, as well. So after the Symmetrix stuff, we're going into the Uri Model 7110 limiter compressor. It's clamping down a fair deal, but I think it is letting a little bit more peak information than I'd like through, so I'll take a look at that. Didn't actually take a long time to dial this stuff in. What took the longest was getting the Symmetrix stuff up and running. Had to find some fuses, had to find a power supply, dust it off, clean it up. But even considering that at the time, I got those Symmetrix units damn cheap, like $50 each. Maybe this was 10, 12 years ago. Haven't really used them much. I didn't think that they'd be all that high quality, but listening back to this, considering this is the raw sound going into the DAW, no additional digital processing, this is not a bad starting point.